welcome to Pick Central. Happy to everyone that celebrates. Happy March Madness Day, March Mania. Sorry, it's just a cherish this day.
Is this your favorite day of the year?
Yeah, it's not even close.
Everybody who celebrates, Happy America Day.
Yeah, Happy Everything Day. Whatever you want to celebrate today. It's just a day where
This is America right here.
you look back next Thursday and you're like, damn, I missed last Thursday.
Well, isn't next Thursday still pretty cool?
It's
not.
good,
That's
but
not
it's
as
way less games. It's
right.
awesome,
Oh, you're
still, but way less games.
Fourth of the games, right?
What, 4 games?
These 4 days are like the
Yeah.
best days. They're just marathon games. Because even me and I were talking about yesterday. Even like with Saturday, Sunday, there's less games, but it's still like wire to wire. And you've weeded out at that point. You've like weeded out all at least like the lower seeds, kind of for the unless the ones that besides the live dogs.
Yeah.
Weed them all out. It's all like the best teams. It's just and it's still like wire to wire pretty
But
much.
just games starting every 40 minutes from noon till midnight.
And now, like you, like pretty much
Literally
throughout the day, you're gonna have at least 2 or 3 games on at once. The first few days, which is like the best.
And when that first tip goes off, it's like,
Oh.
oh man.
Like I'm itching for Michigan State, Mississippi State already itching.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait. It's just such, and then like, it's fun to like look at your bracket. I don't care. I hate when people like don't like make fun of looking at your bracket and stuff. It's fun to look at your bracket. It's
course
fun
it
to see
is.
if you're wrong. I hate when people are hardos like I just gamble on it. No, it's fun to look at your bracket as well. It's also fun to gamble.
Why can't both things be true?
Exactly. People just get hardo about it. They really do. But it's just every 2 seconds, and you're like, oh, is this person going to get an upset, whatever. Does anyone have futures besides? I know.
Real quick on that point about bracket hardos. I get it for people who are. I'm not the biggest college basketball guy, but I'm into it in March Madness. I'll watch it, stream it. It's the people who have a bracket for the sake of having a bracket, and that's all they care about.
That's totally different. Yes.
Totally different.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're talking about your bracket nonstop, shut the
Yes.
fuck up. It's more of like for myself. Like it's like
Yes.
it's more fun to like check it. Like, oh, I had that, and I'm not gonna be like, you'll believe I had this one. Those people, the worst. That's like the fantasy guy talking about just his team, all the single.
No, but like in an office, it's like our office. We have a bracket, and like it's fun to talk. It's just fun to talk about other people in the pool. You're in the pool with.
That's
It's
different.
just fun.
Also different though. Like if you're in the cave, we're watching, we're gambling, and it's like, oh, I had this in my bracket. It's like, shut the fuck up.
That's
But, like
that's
if
fair.
we come in on Monday and I'm like, oh, I'm in first place.
Yeah.
That's different. you
All
know?
right.
Also, a huge mistake. We've been busy. I forgot to have my wife fill out a bracket.
I forgot to have Rhea.
That's like
going out too.
relationship 101 for forget because they end up winning.
Yep.
They end up winning.
Yeah.
Let's just say it the way it is.
I
They
always
end up winning.
I forgot. I wanted Joey to just pick the jerseys. I said I want Joey just to. We should almost have Joey on just do a bracket right now and he'd win.
Yeah. Longwood in the championship.
Yeah. Longwood versus Moorhead.
Battle of two Goliaths in college basketball.
But yeah, what? Let's go through right now. First, you have Creighton as a future.
Right. Yeah, I bet it. What, maybe the first week of the year? Watch the game with you, and we go up there shooting.
I'm actually gonna take one right after this show. I'm gonna look one more time and just take one more.
UConn. I took it a few days ago.
Yeah, not even.
I just really like it's. I just think they're that much better than everyone else. I really do.
Yeah, hearing you, Rico, everyone talk about UConn, it's riding with the boss. I took him plus 360.
Let me tell you something.
It's just the way it is.
When I saw that ticket, seeing $600,000 on a one bet is like I would still be like whoa, but on a future is like out of this world. $600,000.
I had to look at it like 3 times.
It's so
Like what? This doesn't compute.
but the thing is like no one could say anything. It's not square. It's not anything. It's just a good bet. They are very fucking good. Obviously,
You're not going to get any better odds
yeah, like
than winning it all.
that's value. Plus 350 is value for a team like this.
We had the same conversation with the Super Bowl with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Like, before the playoffs, when else are you gonna get the
And
Chiefs?
the thing is, though, the Chiefs weren't playing like this. They were playing way worse.
Right.
Like, the UConn has just been beating the shit out of teams. I'm not saying anything about Dave's bet. I'm just saying the only thing is they do have the hardest region. It's just a fact. I think it's the hardest region to go through. Like they could have
Why?
Auburn. play. Their 8-9
Yeah, I
game,
agree.
Their 8-9 game isn't that easy. It's FAU or Northwestern. Their Sweet 16 is Auburn, who is a top 10 team, just won the SEC, matches up very fucking well against them. But again, I still think UConn's better.
Okay.
But like between all the ones, they have the hardest road to the championship out of all of them.
They're playing in the Northeast.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
they got
it is a thing.
They got incredible
Playing
location. They
Brooklyn.
literally got New York and Boston.
Yeah,
They're two hubs. Like it couldn't
definitely
work better
helps.
for them.
It definitely helps.
But the committee was definitely unkind to them in terms of like the teams they got, because I think there's some other ones that the 1 to 5 is way, or we'll call it 2 to 5 seeds are just way easier.
Yeah,
Like you have like Purdue's, I think is much easier. The North Carolina one, I think. UNC's is like much easier.
Yeah,
Because you would like when I kept doing my bracket, I kept having UConn and Tennessee.
yeah.
Like Tennessee's when I think the other teams are pretty. Like I think Tennessee's got a good path to go to the Final Four. But like UConn, I genuinely would be like surprised if they weren't at least in the Final Four.
I know. But you wouldn't be that surprised if Auburn beat them. Like you would
I
be
would kind of
surprised.
if they lost that
surprised.
right, I'd be kind of surprised.
I don't know if I'd be
really
that
would.
surprised, but
Auburn's good, but they're not like that good. UConn has just been a wagon.
Yeah, they have.
Like Auburn's lost a bunch of games. Like UConn's lost like 3 games, and basically 2 of them I can remember off the top of my head, Creighton and Seton Hall. They had to shoot the absolute lights out.
Yeah.
Which is the only way I think you can beat them, is you have to shoot like just a disgusting percentage.
Which Auburn can.
Yeah.
Sure, I mean sure they can, but
You're right.
I just think it's
I mean, but you're talking a little down on Auburn. You're talking a little down.
no. I really I just think UConn is like, I think this UConn team is one of like the better teams I've seen.
And now
in a
that's
little
where
bit.
where the point comes. It's like, okay, is it becoming such a like obvious thing? But because it is obvious, they're the best team. I don't think there's nobody in the world that would argue that. But they also just might dominate. Like last year, they won by double digits every single game. Not one was close in the tournament.
The whole way they went by double.
And I really think you could argue this team's better. It's like there's certain things, like obviously they had Sonogo, they had Hawkins, but I mean they have like just from Newton to Castle.
What's better about this UConn team than the last year's UConn team?
I think their role players are probably even stronger.
Okay.
Cam Spencer's
Like having him replacing
Caravan is
Caravan's another year, like he's even better this year.
Klingen's better.
Klingen's even better. Like Newton's better.
Why were they a 5 seed last year?
They had a really bad
lost
run
6
in
games in a
January.
row.
They lost like 6 out of 7.
And they also lost the second game in the Big East, I believe, tournament.
Yeah, they did.
So, it was just that like they didn't dominate the entire season like they did this year the entire time. But 5 still seems very low, like high as a seed.
It was a weird tournament last year.
It was
very weird.
Yeah, San Diego.
Weirdest one ever. You
I
could
think
say.
FAU, San Diego State.
We have
Miami.
we have the final. Who was the final? We have the final 4 still in the tournament again, right? It was UConn.
It was UConn, San Diego State,
Miami.
FAU, and Miami's not.
So
in
Miami's
it.
not. So we have 3 of the 4 in again, and I think the FAU and I think FAU and San Diego State are gonna not make it out of the first weekend. But
You don't think FAU can just turn it on?
I really don't.
I mean, they struggled this year,
FAU, they'll play UConn.
Playing
second.
I was saying,
Well,
I
yes.
was going up against.
Yeah, true.
And it's
I like Northwestern against them. Yeah, I think Northwestern's pretty good actually.
That game I could see FAU. Like you wouldn't be if FAU beat them.
No, I mean they're
Whatever.
3-point favorites. Like I don't.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think this tournament's gonna be. I think it's gonna be really, really fucking good too. Like I thought last year was kind of like no one. I think everyone realized you don't really like it when these Cinderella teams make it too far. Like.
But I think we get a bunch of.
Everyone was talking shit about the Final Four last year.
That's because everyone's bracket was dicked.
Yeah, but it was also
But it was because we got
like the year before we had Duke, UNC, Villanova, Kansas, and then so that's the Final Four. You jerk off to that Final Four. I don't care who.
You're right.
That's a
you're
great
right.
Final Four. Last year you have Miami, which is fine, but they were in 8, 7.
They just weren't. Yeah, they were.
I agree with you.
something
You
like
need
that.
to have a Goliath to match up with the Davids.
Yeah, and it was just like UConn's probably gonna win this, and like I know it was kind
They're a
of
5 seed.
Yeah. But it was just like San Diego State and FAU is in the Final Four. Like it's still
even though that game was like incredible,
really good game.
Like, FAU, like it literally was a buzzer beater, like to win.
Yeah, it was a really.
But it's still
game.
Even for a super casual like me, I watched the game but it was still bizarre.
Yeah, it's
even
so weird.
even last year, I was there in Houston and just getting like kind of a pulse of like the city, like when it was going on. It was. I mean, I'd never been to a Final Four before, but it just felt like there was less juice because there wasn't like
And I'll tell you this:
Duke or UNC or Kansas. Like there was just UConn, and then it was like because San Diego State fans, you're not planning like some of these bigger teams. Like you're like just planning on going.
Of course, right?
Like FAU, you think they were planning on going to the Final Four. Like there was nobody. None of these fans were there.
Yeah,
so it was very weird. Like there just wasn't a lot of like real fans there.
And I'll tell you, when I went to New Orleans for the Final Four, when Duke was in it for that Final Four, I just said was like, it was insane.
I can imagine. Yeah,
it was crazy.
You just felt the UConn buzz. That was it.
Yeah.
And they were really feeling themselves because they kind of knew like we're gonna win this thing.
100%. But yeah, the games tip off.
I think 12:15.
12:15, I believe. We'll go a little into the game soon, but let's switch to baseball really fast. Clemmer did not see Yamamoto this morning.
Did not. I woke up at 7 a.m. I missed the first 3 innings yesterday too. I went to Boston yesterday to do Kirk's show, and
for somebody who stays up till 4 a.m. to watch Anaheim Angels play the Mariners in June, I'm surprised you didn't wake up at 4.
Not surprising. Night owl, not a morning person. Very hard for me to get out of bed in the morning, which we saw in the streams when I was in solitary.
True.
Yeah, me getting up in the morning is a disaster.
Let's see this for a second. Phil.
Whichever one. Good morning.
Phil, so Phil and I will often text like at 1 in the morning, like with these West Coast games. Phil, I'm agreeing. You're not a morning person, just like me, right?
Did you watch the Dodgers game?
Yeah. The past 2 days, I've been up at 6 a.m.
Really?
Okay.
All right, I'm a bad person.
I'm a grinder, Clemmer.
Loves ball.
I would
never. Ball, someone doesn't.
I bust Meek Phil's balls all the time. I would never say he's not a grinder.
I'm not going to say it's a grinder.
Phil's a machine.
I'm not going to say it's a grinder.
Phil's a monster.
You are a grinder. I'm not going
to.
I'm not saying that word for this. You love ball.
Yeah, I mean, I was up at 6 a.m. yesterday. Stayed here for the games till midnight. Then I woke up today at 6 a.m. I'll probably be watching games tonight and then do it all again tomorrow.
Well, you don't need to get up at 6 tomorrow, though.
I don't have to get up at 6 tomorrow,
right.
but...
So you don't need to do it all again, then?
I'm doing it all again today.
Would you say I know ball?
Yeah. Yeah, you were right about Yamamoto.
I said Yamamoto's going to let up 5 runs tomorrow.
Oh, Hubs and I had the same conversation before I left.
Marty got the exact number.
Yeah, I said
you got the exact number? Attaboy.
I said 5. He didn't get through the first inning. Oh, yeah. I saw a video of Todd Frazier, actually, literally today. I didn't see it before I saw it.
Oh, I saw it, a couple of days ago he said it, yeah.
He was just letting you know his fastball is flat. And I was like, and I swear to God I did not see that before I said all this.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't.
No, I believe you. I believe you. Yamamoto has some
up on
real issues with his fastball. Everything else, pretty
good.
Pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
But you need a fastball.
You need a fastball. He's been getting rocked.
Without a fastball.
He's a small bastard.
He's really small.
That's part of the problem.
Yeah.
His fastball is less deceptive because he's so short. The other thing is, too,
you know, also short. Pedro was short. Lincecum was short. They had pretty good fastballs.
Well, no, I would say how hard's he throwing? Like how hard's the fastball? What's he hit?
What's he throwing today, Phil? I didn't see it, so.
I mean, high 90s.
Yeah.
So he's literally just flat.
But if it's coming,
he has zero movement.
But it doesn't matter if you're throwing 105. If it's coming in straight as an arrow,
and you're short,
you're gonna be able to get.
You mentioned Pedro was short, and you're absolutely right. But he had the circle change. His best pitch wasn't the fastball.
Yeah, but his fastball was pretty fucking.
It was electric, but he got people. You know, his main pitch was that circle change was unhittable. The other thing I don't want to lose focus on, and this is important, is that Joe Musgrove got rocked. And he's been rocked all spring training. And if you're the Padres, you need him. You need those guys to step up. So, you know, we saw a 15-11 game today. I don't know if the Padres are going to be able to score 15 runs every time Musgrove pitches.
Funny thing about the Dodgers, so Yamamoto lets a 5 in the first inning.
Yeah.
And then it's like the game's not over because their lineup's so fucking good. They scored 11 runs. And, like, Machado hit a 3-run home run in the ninth. Like, it was 12-11.
Yeah.
Like, they could have still won the game. Like, the Dodgers are that fucking good, but it would be funny to pay $300 million for a guy that's just like mid.
I know. Imagine if he just. I think he's going to figure it out. He's still young, obviously.
Let me tell you this.
He still had, like Smitty was saying, he still had some really talented pitchers in his arsenal.
He'll
be okay.
He's going to have a rough first half, and the second half, I think he's not going to let up a run.
I can see that. He figures it out.
The Yankees
Yeah.
got him $300 million, and he did this the first.
Oh no, he needs to be. And Hubs was saying, "Nah, you give him a year to figure it out." No, he's the biggest free agent signing in history. He needs to be top. If he's not top 5, God forbid, top 10 in Cy Young voting this year, injuries aside, it's a fucking disaster.
I agree. I think he's got to be good.
He's got to be an ace right
First year,
away.
not first game, first year.
That's tough. I mean, if he's he might need time to figure it out, and the Dodger fans are gonna have to be patient.
No, Smitty's right though. I mean, you give him like Garrett Cole money, like you need to deliver.
The only thing is,
I'm not saying win the Cy Young. I'm saying top. If he's not top 10,
he's got to be. He's got to be one of the best.
He's got to be in the conversation.
Sure, yeah.
There's one reason is not as much pressure on him is that Dodgers team is so good. They're gonna win 100 games whether he gets rocked or not. So
I don't know
he'll have time. Oh, I do.
He's gonna, he's gonna have to get a better 500 fucking pitcher.
Yeah, you're
Can't be
talking
getting out in
about
the
a guy-
first round.
I don't know that
300 mil, you gotta perform. That's just what it is.
I completely agree, but I'll say there's less pressure on Yamamoto than there is on Musgrove to figure it out because Musgrove means so much more to the Padres.
Oh,
No, I'm talking from a team perspective. If
Yeah.
Musgrove's bad, the Padres can't win.
gotta be-
If Yamamoto's bad, the Dodgers can still win. That's my point.
Nobody,
I get what you're saying.
I, get what I think you worded it wrong because no one will care if Musgrove sucks. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm talking from
You're
a
saying-
standings perspective,
Yes, the
not a
Padres-
ESPN perspective.
Padres need him to be a lot more pressure on him to be good. Yes, 100%. But
All eyes are going to be on Yamamoto.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Meek,
of
what were
course.
your impressions of the first 3 at bats against Yamamoto today? Oh, Meek's gone. See ya, Meek.
He's here.
Yeah,
He's here.
He's here.
It's all jet ski.
Mike's just
No,
not on.
Meek's just
This one. I clicked the wrong button.
Amazing.
I woke up in a daze, so I can't give you an actual breakdown. But he was awful.
All right.
all right. Thanks.
That's your analysis.
I'm glad you woke up so early for that. That was good. That was good.
His fastball was hittable. He couldn't throw for strikes.
But I mean, were you excited to see Cronenworth just lace one off him?
Yeah, kinda. I mean,
All right.
hate to see it.
Electric as always. Phil. No, yeah. And also the other news we'll do quick because Ohtani is he's being investigated by the FBI now. But baseball is just done with the investigation about him allegedly.
This is going to be such an ongoing story, or it
Yeah.
should be.
Or
We'll
it's
see where
not.
There's so many details we don't know yet.
It kind of has to be an ongoing story.
I mean,
It has to be, but it's also they're going to try and sweep it under the rug as much as they can.
100%.
100%.
Listen, I think everyone thinking Ohtani was. I think this other guy might be the fall guy.
All alleged because we don't
Obviously,
know.
this is my speculation. This is what I'll just call it how I see it. I think that's what's going on. I have nothing to base it off of. It's just what
Yeah.
I think is happening.
Oh, I know. I just want to make sure.
And I do believe that there's a good chance that MLB. You think the last thing they want is to lose their biggest best star to something like this. If it's real, this thing is getting swept under the rug 100%.
yeah.
I mean, I'll say this.
But if the feds are involved, it's impossible to sweep it under.
That's the thing. And one other thing, $4.5 million is a lot of money.
Sure is.
And once you get federal investigators, once you talk about $4.5 million, this is a story that has legs.
They don't care who you are.
But I just think if what I'm speculating is true, I think that this guy just going to be the fall guy.
I don't think it's.
That's certainly a theory that might have legs.
We should end it here because we don't know a lot of the information. It's sensitive, not sensitive subject, but just a subject that we need to be careful about. But I think that no matter what you're saying, a fall guy, there is his name on a transfer, and no matter what,
Multiple transfers.
if you're no matter what, the worst case scenario, the feds that's committing a crime, allegedly if he did it, and if his name's on it, there can't be a fall guy.
Now, I will say on the other side,
His
just
name is on the bank transfer to a.
well,
Well, I mean, if he signed it himself or something.
No, it says it's from his bank
Came in from his bank account. Like he had.
transfer.
Yeah.
From
But
his bank.
could they say the guy?
I mean
Could they say he stole
It
it?
doesn't matter.
that's to Ev's
I'm
point.
quotates,
I
could
mean,
they say he
That's
stole
what they're
it?
saying.
translators come out and said that it's all my fault. Like the translators saying,
Yeah, but they're not on the same page.
That's exactly what a
and
fall guy
whether
would do.
whether that's on purpose
That's what a
or
fall guy would do.
yeah,
Exactly.
or whether the
now you have me not saying it right.
Yes.
Ambiguity.
ambiguity is on purpose or not, they aren't on the same page, and It's literally lost in translation.
Yeah.
No, and also
He's the translator.
Yeah, exactly.
this is his job.
Also,
Yeah, it was-
this proves my point about translators. You can't trust everything they're saying. You have no idea because they could be saying whatever they want because we all don't understand the language, obviously. So
Exactly.
they could just
And
be
he don't
saying
understand what
shit.
you're saying, what he's
He
saying
don't
to you.
understand. So this guy has the most power in the world over this guy.
Hey, look how many times the King James Bible was translated.
So I have a question for you guys.
Fair point.
How differently would this be treated if it was, say, Luis Rengifo instead of Shohei Ohtani?
we probably wouldn't be talking about it in this show.
Nobody would give a shit.
Definitely,
don't
it
think
might have
they-
got mentioned in passing.
Yeah.
No, it would get mentioned, but he would just be like suspended already. And probably
That's my
kicked out.
point.
This is the closest thing to a Michael Jordan scenario in '94 as
Yeah.
you can get.
Like we were talking about imagining this was Garrett Cole. Like this would be it would be insane. It's already going to be insane. But it's like it's their child. It's
But
their
the thing
First
is-
day of the season.
But
too.
he's gonna get. But he's lucky. It's almost him not speaking English. Like now, the U.S. media doesn't get to really like ask him the questions he doesn't want to answer.
And he has a
He kinda
has
gets-
a reputation of being very private,
Yeah,
and quiet. So
yeah, exactly. He
Yeah,
already
but
was
now he
private.
showed up with a wife.
Yeah.
He basically he got.
Nobody even knew he had a
He
girlfriend.
gets a free pass to like not have to answer these questions. He'll get to just like
Well-
show up, hit, and leave.
Does he have a new translator?
He's gonna have
He's
to.
definitely going
I'll
to.
have one.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Meek
was
just
just scurrying.
framed it away.
I wish we had footage of that.
That was the most
Scurrying
incredible.
away.
my brain
Giddy up.
It was more of a scurry than a.
That was like a video game character running.
Let's
never
see.
seen-
I want to see. I want him to get in here and explain why he did that. Meek.
Meek,
Get in here.
tell him to shuffle back.
Meek.
What? He's not really here, so we'll get him when he gets in the.
Meek.
Yeah.
Well,
I've
he'll
never
get on the
seen a
mic
guy
over there, but-
run.
He was. I mean, he was
out
hustling.
without bending his knees.
No, that was. You know what it was? That was George Costanza running through the airport,
Phil, what the
just
fuck?
not
was
even
that?
getting his knees up.
Meek, jump on, please.
I wanted to get my laptop.
Yeah, that.
No, that was not going to get your laptop. You were moving. You were hustling.
Do you always run like that?
Yeah.
Can you show us again?
I mean,
Yeah, just run. Just run.
Yeah, just
back.
run down the hall.
Oh,
like
wait,
this.
wait, one second. Let me frame the camera so we can get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on one second.
Just exactly the way you did it.
Yeah, please. If
Exact- same
you know
way.
he's gonna run like he's
Exactly?
fucking.
Yeah, try doing it exactly the way you just did it.
Hold on one second. Wait.
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 Okay, hold on. We're gonna switch now. All right, go, Meek. Let's see what you.
That's more of running.
No,
Yeah,
he's
that was
running.
more.
Yeah,
he didn't do it. He changed it. Yeah, now he's running.
now he's
No,
pumping.
now he's running.
Now he's
Yeah,
pumping
he's
the
trying to be an athlete.
arm. Look up George.
Showman Phil.
Look up George Costanza running through the airport with Jerry. That's exactly what he looked like.
What a showman Phil was. He was
Get your knees up.
scurried before.
I'm glad you got your laptop, buddy.
well, thank you.
We were talking about this today too. Do you think would you say 70% of the world doesn't know that the games counted for the Dodgers today?
Oh, I had someone. So I put out my picture, trust the data, and someone was like, "You hate alien man. What's wrong with you? You putting out preseason picks? Your head's full of mush." I thought of you,
Thanks.
And I was just like, "Who wants to tell him?" And everyone just roasted this.
It is wild. It is wild that they, and Hub said this, that they are doing this and then have to go back and play spring training games.
A week.
I know.
And that's a while.
That's preposterous.
I
Just have like 3 teams go out there and play like a series. Or
You guys were all defending this. I don't like this. You guys are saying it's gonna. You guys are like, oh, it's gonna help somebody go with baseball.
Okay,
Well,
it's
no,
good
yeah,
for
someone in
that.
Korea, not here.
But we're saying that they should have done it.
Now,
to start
Clemmer
the
doesn't care about South Korean kids.
Yeah, you
I
don't
do
about
care about South Korean kids, but like,
It doesn't sound like
I
it.
care about American kids who didn't get to see Ohtani have his first at bat.
wouldn't see
Dodgers.
it no matter
They get to
what.
see him all year.
They wouldn't see it no matter what. It's 10 o'clock at night when he plays.
That's true.
Not in Los
Most of
Angeles.
the world.
If you're worried,
I said a kid in Los Angeles.
if you're worried,
Los
if,
Angeles don't care about baseball.
yeah, if you're worried about American kids,
That's- I
if you're
mean,
worried about American kids in baseball,
dumb.
start
that's
saving Little
wrong.
League and start
How
going
is that
against
dumb?
travel.
LA barely cares
I
about
don't, yeah,
sports.
I hold debate. I don't know much about, but yeah.
LA barely cares about sports.
I don't know, the Laker fans are pretty legit, aren't they?
Are they?
I think so. I mean, they were back in the day. They
I
love
don't-
Kobe.
I-
They love Magic.
Yeah, when they were good, but they have been.
They just won a title cup. They have LeBron James.
Also, half Lakers fans are Cowboys fans and Yankees fans.
That's
so.
true.
I don't know. You go to LA,
And Duke
not,
fans.
there's
Duke fans, yeah.
there's
Look
no
at this guy.
Hey, scumbags. Even though I'm a Duke Lakers Alabama fan,
Jesus Christ.
I'm not. I'm a Duke fan. But when you go to LA, there's not many sports bars. That's all I'm saying. You know, there's
No.
not much to go. All right. Anything else before we go back into college basketball? Anything else happen around the sports world?
We know what today's about.
Yeah, exactly.
Today's really a day for you, Marty. And Ev, and
This is March.
your day.
This is March Madness Day.
There's no way, Phil, right, that we can take callers just to see if they have any questions about
No
today?
way, it's off.
Okay, good question. What's your favorite bet, Ev?
I would say my two favorites today are Kentucky and Drake. I was at Kentucky's playing Oakland, who we got in the pace thing about with Rico.
Oakland does play at a slow pace.
Is that confirmed?
Yes.
Yes, 230 something in the country. I think Kentucky just runs them out the gym. I think it's a runs them out of gym. It's like a Jimmy's and Joe, like just Jimmy's. They're just gonna kill them. I mean, I think they're just so much more talented. I think they're just gonna overwhelm them with their just size and skill and just. I think they run them out of the gym. I laid I think it's 13.5. I laid. I like Drake tonight. That's the last game of the night tonight. 10. They're playing Wazoo. Drake's really good, man. I think they're one of the best mid majors in the country this year. They're like a 1-point favorite.
They are, yeah.
I think they should be. I think the Pac-12 I don't think is great, to be honest, overall. Like I think at the top, like Arizona, I think is very susceptible. I think all their top teams are just. Pac-12 is very but I like. I guess I'll give out just all the picks I have today. I like Michigan State a lot in the first game, January, February. Izzo, to them.
Now, is that solely an Izzo thing?
It's not also. I mean, it's also just like Mississippi State's. They're decent. They play defense. They rely a lot of like a couple guys to score, like Hubbard and a few of these guys.
Their offense isn't great.
Because
not great.
Because what worries me is, myself included, 99% of the casuals are just on Michigan State.
Actually, 80% off already.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
yeah,
what I mean. It's essentially a
believe it.
pick 'em.
Yeah.
I believe, but he also
First game of the tournament.
100%.
But he has just excelled so well. In
Yes.
these spots. It has like we've talked about before. It's not even like him taking these like elite teams far. It's like whenever he has like a seed like 6 to 10.
Don't get me upset, Ev.
It's just
You're
the
gonna
truth.
get me.
It's- I don't care.
Doing
It's
it
the
again.
truth. It's the
It's
truth,
not
though.
truth because they were a top 10 team and they sucked. And he
But that doesn't
underachieved.
matter. It isn't the preseason polls.
This is where he sandbags, though.
No, that's
Winning
what
one
I'm saying.
game
That's
is not
irrelevant.
a
It's
sandbag. That's not
he-
one.
he-
Winning one game in tournament for
Yeah.
Michigan State.
But he doesn't win one game. He goes to like the Sweet 16.
He's not going to beat
And
the number
We're
one.
talking about winning this one game. He wins a game. This is a game I'm going to win. I'm betting I'm
I
going to win this
understand,
game.
but I'm just saying. I'm saying for most people saying that he's going to be like, oh, he makes these. He ain't winning more than one game this tournament.
They could definitely win the second game.
I don't.
They could beat UNC.
UNC's.
Them beating
so much
UNC
better.
would not shock me at all.
They're so much better than them.
But I like Michigan State. I'm on Duquesne plus 9.5. I was kind of back and forth all week, but I really just the way Duquesne's played lately, and they've been on an incredible run. I think
No chance I can change your mind.
No, it's locked in already. The bet's been made. Duquesne. I'm on Duquesne. I like Akron a lot too, against Creighton plus 12.5. I really just think there's some live dogs, especially in these like mid, like these like seeds like 10, 11, 12, like 13. Morehead State I like against Illinois plus 12.5. They got a legit team too. Illinois plays no defense.
That's down to 11, by the way, now.
Yeah, I took it a few days ago, and even it was 13.5. I missed out on that. I'm on Oregon money line. This is one spot. This could be classified where South Carolina burns me again. I feel like I can't get on the right side of them, but Oregon's got a lot of momentum. Dana Altman, another guy that's just really good in the tournament, just went on a bit. They were a bid stealer. Wouldn't have got in if they didn't win the Pac-12. I like Nevada. I already talked about Kentucky. I like South Dakota State plus 16. They're playing Iowa State. The Tennessee's playing St. Peter's. I like Tennessee. I think they just squished St. Peter's. I think people are gonna like St. Peter's because they went on this miracle run a couple years ago. It has nothing to do with this team.
That's a 21.5 point spread.
They shot the worst. They shoot under 40% from the field for the season. They somehow went and won their conference. They were the worst shooting team in their entire conference, which is a bad conference already. I think Tennessee's gonna make the Final Four. I think Tennessee squishes them. I like NC State plus 5 at Texas Tech. They got the momentum too. I'm riding with my guy Big Burnsy. It's my guy. Samford. I'm going against Kansas. They don't play defense either. I think they're incredibly overrated. It's more about their name value than actually their team. I think Stanford likes to get out and run. I think they can hang with them. And I said I like Drake money line a lot to close out the night. And I like Gonzaga too. I like Gonzaga over McNeese. McNeese is like this.
Gonzaga.
McNeese is like this sexy like underdog pick. Like everyone loves him. I think in this this is a Gonzaga team that's kind of under the radar. They're a 5 seed. They're not like a team like they usually are, picking to win the tournament or like going far. I like Gonzaga too.
So I got Michigan State money line. BYU minus 9.5 is my favorite play. I was telling Smitty I did research and also double checked it with another guy that did research and broke it all down.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the metrics in every single game today. They are the furthest apart from each other.
In terms of
Of every stat in the book of how much better they are in
like what stats?
every single stat. Every
Offensive,
stat, offensive, defensive, pace, everything.
anything specifically? No.
Shooting, shooting percentage.
all right.
3 points.
Offense, defense, special teams, spiritually,
everything, literally everything,
educationally.
Okay.
everything. BYU not being able to play on Sundays has helped them in this tournament so much. They were supposed to be a 5 seed. They went to a 6 seed because they can't play on Sundays, and they're playing today and Saturday. They have a much easier path now for what they did. I don't know how that helped them, but it did. I love them today.
Magic underwear.
Yeah. I got Akron plus 11.5 as well. Morehead State plus 11.5. Oregon minus 1.5. Nevada is my bracket team, so go Wolfpack. Texas minus 2.5. Kentucky I think also smokes them. Gonzaga. I'm changing my bet, by the way, to NC State. I've been very back and forth on NC State and Texas Tech. I can't figure out that game. I can't do it.
I think they got some momentum right now. I know that's not always like just because you like a run your conference tournament means you're gonna like do damage in the tournament.
It's a good matchup.
Even Texas Tech, I just think is like they're good and I struggle. I always have a hard time betting against these Big 12 teams because they are so battle tested in the conference. They play the deepest like in conference schedule by far. But I think NC State's a good team and just stylistically I like them. Also, one I forgot to say that I'm on Colorado State over Texas. Colorado State plus 2.5.
I also have Kansas. So Kansas is they're bigger. They're a bigger team. I think they're going to dominate the offensive boards with Hunter. They have no one that's going to play that's even 7 foot. He's 7'2". KJ Adams can get over every single person on their team. He's an athletic freak. I think Samford's also becoming a sexy bracket-like pick to beat Kansas. Because also Kansas is missing their best shooter, but their
best player. McCullough's the best player.
See, when you say they're becoming a sexy bracket pick, is that chalk nowadays? Because I think upsets happen every year, as you say, obviously. But when I think they hit a lot.
They don't hit as much. I think there's 4 of these seed games, right? Like 4 of each one of them, like 11 seeds to 12 seeds to 13.
So who are the sexy picks right now?
McNeese.
Listen,
McNeese, Stanford.
It's all the 10 to like 13s.
Yeah,
But it's
I've
not,
been saying
it's,
it all
not,
week.
it's not all of them. Yeah,
not
you
all of them,
see
but I'm saying like if you like the 12s, people love taking the 12s every year. They love taking the 11s every year.
Yes, but confirmed sexy picks
So
this year are McNeese and Stanford.
Sanford.
I wouldn't say Sanford's like this. I would say McNeese is definitely like more
Sanford's
like
becoming one. I've
people
seen
love
a lot.
McNeese.
And also, what's the other one? Grand Canyon's a little like those ones.
5.5.
I've seen some Drake in Colorado too.
Drake is a.
But Drake's favorite.
Drake's
I'm sorry.
yeah, Drake's favorite.
That is technically an upset.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah, it's a 10-7,
That's right, I'm
but
sorry.
their favorite.
Yeah,
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 something
yeah.
they got. Yeah.
But I would say
Would you call that sexy? Or would you just
about
call
Drake?
that fair?
top
crazy?
2 is definite.
Yeah.
one
Drake's a
is-
10 seed. Yeah.
One is might be a favorite, but still is New Mexico and
New Mexico.
New Mexico is like the sex.
Yeah,
like,
New Mexico drips.
I said yesterday I hadn't seen a
bet-
single person. I ended up taking Clemson.
I'm
I
on
haven't seen a
Clemson.
single person take New Mexico.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Dave
take Clemson.
just bet a little sprinkle for them to win their region.
And I still have struggling with it because I do think they are like really good.
Yeah.
But I talked about yesterday. My guy, like I think there's a lot of matchup stuff that you can exploit them with Clemson. But no, New Mexico for sure. Like everyone's on New Mexico. It feels like everyone's on McNeese. They're definitely they were the 2 probably like sexiest picks. But even New Mexico is a 2.5 point favorite.
Yeah.
So they're even like they're an 11 seed that's a 2.5 point favorite over the 6 seed.
Yeah, but
Everyone's
still,
picking them.
I'm just saying, when picking an upset or a non-upset, I don't take into account that it's a sexy pick, I'm going to go against it.
So I think
Solely because it's a sexy pick.
my example was last year was a big one was Oral Roberts, because the year before that they beat somebody, right? And like Oral Roberts was
Ohio
playing
State, sorry.
Ohio
Ev.
State, yeah. Oral Roberts and had Max A. Smith, who's now on Texas, but was playing Duke last year. I think it was a 12-5 matchup, and that was the biggest one. Like Duke always loses in the first.
I wouldn't say that was the biggest one.
That was
though.
100%.
Furman was the biggest, and they won, and they pulled
But
it
that's
out.
what I'm saying. That's what my example was going to be, is that there is the sexy ones, but there's also one that there's usually one that does hit.
'Cause I remember
There's also a lot of other ones that don't.
The year before, 2 years before, it was Purdue North Texas, and North Texas was like the sexy pick, and they won.
Yeah.
They were like everyone and their mother was picking them to beat Purdue, and they just did it. And
Yeah.
Furman, was it Virginia? Who they beat? Was it Virginia?
I think it was Virginia.
It was Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone was on because it was like 4.5, 5 point dog. Like, everyone was on Furman, and they actually were losing a lot of the game. They had like a crazy comeback at the end and won outright.
I'd say New Mexico is like the one team that everyone's like that one.
Everyone's picking them.
Everyone picking them, and I'm not. I'm going on Clemson as well, but yeah, it's gonna be. The first day is the best because there's just someone's gonna win, and like you weren't expecting it all, and it's just like that's all you talk about.
Who do you think today? Like, who do you think today that's like a real like an underdog that could like actually that can win outright, like truly like we'll say like 5 points or more underdog that
When
not like a seed. I'm talking true like
outright.
betting like 5 point or more underdog that can like truly like get the win today.
I have two.
Who are they?
Akron and Morehead State.
They'd be the two like that are like double digits that I definitely would say. I think NC State definitely
Is
is.
it down on Creighton?
Yeah.
Why?
Creighton is very like it's if they have an off shooting night, it can get ugly.
They live and die by the three a
They do.
little bit.
So it's
bit.
that's why
and that can be
I'm
concerning.
betting Creighton. I think they're that much better, but I just can also. I'm saying I could see it because if they
Although
start.
you bet
off-
Akron.
I mean, I bet Akron. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
So it's one of those, they win by 20 or they might lose.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, they shoot the three. So obviously, if they get red
I
hot,
think
they
it
could
would-
run someone out of the gym.
Yeah,
But they ran UConn out of the gym when they got just disgustingly hot.
Before we keep going, I want to talk to you guys about Dave & Buster's is the best place to watch basketball this March. I went on, it was Monday I was there. It was already amazing. They got great TV setups, like unbelievable, like movie theater TVs. It's fucking insane. 86% of American employees will spend at least some time at work keeping track of March basketball. Stop pretending to work. Watch the game at Dave & Buster's. Why not? Because also on March 21st, which is today, Dave & Buster's will have an all-day $5 happy hour to celebrate the first full day of games at participating locations only. Clemmer, $5.
$5 all day. You got the NCAA games on. Dave & Buster's awesome. We've gone there for Tungsten meeting. Tommy Smokes and I are shooting Connect Four basketball. We've loved Dave & Buster's long before this ad read. Dave & Buster's is so much fun.
As a kid, it was the best.
As an adult, it's
As
fun.
an adult, it's the best. Like you're just like it brings you back. It's like, oh wow, these games are really fun. And you think about it. Happy hour, watch games, go play games, come back to the games. All day.
How's that not a great day?
It's the best day. So stop pretending to work. Come to Dave & Buster's on March 21st, which is today, for all day $5 happy hour and all day basketball at participating locations. Did Frank already leave?
He started his walk at 11. He's
So
heading
Frank
to,
is
at the one in Times
heading
Square.
to Dave & Buster's. He's probably going to watch the first game there. So if anyone's at in New York at the one in Times Square, Frank is on his way walking right now. So go meet him there and go watch it with him.
$5 in New York.
Yeah,
This economy.
right.
Beautiful.
All day?
All day.
It's insane. Like you don't get that.
Yeah.
So go take advantage.
$5 anywhere. But New York?
Yeah.
In this economy?
In Dave & Buster's, it's seriously, it's like a match made in heaven.
Magic.
For Barstool and Dave & Buster's.
We've been going there
Exactly.
the last 2 years. We love it there.
But yeah, back to what I was saying. Ev, who is yours that you think you can?
I would say today. I would say I really think Duquesne can give him a run. I will say, yeah, I would say NC State. I really think can do it, and I would agree. Like I almost think like Akron or Moorhead, like one of them is gonna pull something off crazy. Even if they don't win, like it's gonna be like a 2-point game. Like I really think the two of them can give Akron and Illinois. I think especially Moorhead. I'll probably lean Moorhead more because I think I trust Creighton a little bit more. I just think my thing with Illinois is like they can. I think that game ends up being pretty high scoring because I just don't. They play no defense. I think they will score on Moorhead, but I think Moorhead will also score quite a bit.
Illinois can win a national championship or lose today.
I don't think they. I think they're because someone like the way they've been playing all these close games too. Like they're gonna an off shooting night. Like somebody's gonna pick them off.
Aaron Shannon Jr. though can get
really good.
He scored over
really good
points in the Big Ten tournament. Like
he's incredible.
He's like
freak athlete,
unbelievable, and
he also gets all the calls too because he's just like a bull.
Yeah, he just goes to the hoop
like
a Harden type. Like
he's aggressive. He's crazy athletic.
He's very good. They're old though too. They're an
very
older
old
team where Hawkins has been there forever. I fucking can't stand that guy.
Yeah.
I can't stand.
He's
Hawkins.
annoying.
But they're a tough team as well. That's a tough visual.
I have a question for you guys. Michigan State, Mississippi State has the lowest over/under of the games today. It's 130.5. Is that fair that they have the lowest one, or is that
115? I think I might actually.
Mississippi State plays lower.
Okay. They play lower, and then Michigan, and also I think
lower. Yeah,
first game of the day.
Defense.
Jitters also.
Okay.
Yeah, I think of that. But yeah, no Mississippi.
So
State,
you'd take the under there.
I would love. I think I might take the under now.
Okay.
I actually might. Smitty, you have any like favorite play as?
Well, we got the money and the sharps going at it. For me personally, I got Moorhead State 11.5. I didn't catch it early. I'll ride Michigan State with the boys. We'll watch it.
Izzo.
UNC minus 24.5. I think they're just gonna run them out of the gym.
Wait, really fast. That's a question I wanted to ask everybody. The 1 seed games are like only 1 seed game. I think I'm gonna bet is UConn because they're such a crapshoot. Because it's like 25 points in a game. I have no idea how these games, but I really think the difference is they're so bad, these 16s, that you just have to take.
And UNC, I mean, I was watching them during the ACC. They just run.
Yeah,
they just run. They might put up 100. But as far as also Dayton, Nevada under 136.5. Where the money is going. And obviously, you see my picks correlated with it. The Sharps are on Moorhead State's at 11.5. That's down from 13.5. They're also on San Diego State's down from 16.5 to 15.5.
South Dakota State.
South Dakota State, excuse me. As well as Dayton, Nevada. 90% of the money and 64% of the bets are on under 165.5.
And what game is that?
Dayton, Nevada.
No, that's 130.
No, that's
136.
Long Beach State. Maybe Arizona has the high over. That's the highest one of the night.
136.
136.5.
Well, you said 160.
Is Nevada
Dayton.
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said 160.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's why I was like, wait, that was that's not their total.
136.5.
The largest total of the day, by the way. Long Beach State, Arizona, 163.5.
Makes sense. That makes sense. They both want to get out and run, both of them.
I'll be tailing our good friend Jack Mack. I saw his picks in the DraftKings app. He has Mississippi State, Duquesne, Akron, and Moorhead State to start today, so I'll be tailing Jack Mack today.
All right.
I'm on 3 out of 4 of those.
You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to call our good friend Rico Bosco.
Yeah, give him a ring.
Rico Bosco, as PFT said.
He should be almost. He only got like an hour or two left in his.
Yeah.
Or maybe like actually Chicago time might be like 3 hours.
No, you might be right.
Bosco, you are on Pick Central. We wanted to check in on you as your endeavors go to Chicago. Where are we at?
Pretty good. The bus is a little more crowded than normal. The guy snoring behind me is back. Yeah, vibes are high. You know, I just want to go watch some basketball with my pals. I think I learned a valuable lesson.
You think this is your last punishment?
Absolutely not. A lesson. I mean, I'm not a dummy.
But you learned a lesson, you're saying?
Yeah.
You had a lot. You've had 23 hours to you and your thoughts, which is a scary place.
Yeah, but hip has been helping.
HIPAA. Oh, we got HIPAA.
HIPAA.
He's been off HIPAA. I forgot. He's not the HIPAA. He doesn't have access to HIPAA. He left without it. I forgot. I talked to him about this in Healthy Debate yesterday.
HIPAA's helping though. He said HIPAA's helping.
It's probably good when walking through like a bunch of farms because I smell like a farm animal.
So you're going straight. Go
Oh, yeah, you got Wi-Fi. How's the research going? What do we like for today?
Could you hear him?
Yeah, he said I got Wi-Fi. What was that, Clemmer? He thinks it's
No,
1972.
Oh, it wasn't even me, you cocksucker.
I got the unlimited plan. Tell Smitty I got the unlimited plan.
I know. I was asking for your picks today. Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I imagine a lot of research is going down.
I hate the first one, Mississippi State in the first one. I was listening to the show before. I think Ev's going to go against me later on tonight, but Oregon, I really think this Moorhead team is live. So I'm going to take them plus. I think they can win the game. I got friends on the Illinois staff, so it pains me, but I think Moorhead's live. I like Mississippi State.
Who's your favorite play of the day? If you had to only pick one.
We're gonna wait for the stream for that tonight.
All right, I like that.
Okay, I like that. Are you gonna give it out?
It's a night game. Yeah. We're waiting for it.
Okay. All right. You think you're gonna do your do or die bet or no?
No. I mean, that's.
You've already died. You're saying?
Yeah, the whole thing is do or die.
Yeah, true. You are on
I
do or
can't
die.
die. Like once you came back to life, this is like Jesus. Imagine if Jesus comes back Easter Sunday and then he blows his brains out. Like I can't be doing that. I just got back.
You're
Fair
Jesus in
point.
this situation?
Yeah, are you Jesus?
No, Jesus would go straight to the DraftKings.
We should
sportsbook.
imagine if Jesus had done that.
3
Yeah.
days. 3 days in a cave, in a tomb, 24 hours on a bus. It's the same thing. You don't just get there and then say, "Hey, do or die. Put me back on a bus." Like, no, we're not doing that.
I love that you compared those two.
I mean, I did spend 100 hours in solitary. Does that count as Jesus?
You both slept a lot too, so.
97.
No, 100, you son of a bitch. Did you ever get dinner last night? You were very hungry.
No, I haven't eaten. I ate that peanut butter thing, and I ate pretzels. And I might eat another pretzel
Why don't you go to that Waffle House I told you about in Columbus?
because the layover was too short.
Oh, shit.
Did oh yeah, Clement thought he was like
I was trying to help. I was all proud of myself. I'm trying to
guy
help.
could look up food.
I was trying to be a
it
good
comes up.
friend. I was being a good friend. Fuck you, Marty. You wouldn't,
Oh,
you wouldn't know what that's like.
I believe in my
Also,
friend.
if you
more.
need a Columbus contact, I would say you come this way.
True, that's true.
You make any friends on the bus?
The first guy, the teacher that was on Healthy Debate, but that was about it. Everybody else,
And the priest?
and the priest. The priest, I think he's listening, but I can't say what he smelled like. But, he's a good fan.
How much was that ticket? The one-way ticket to Chicago from Port Authority.
Like $250.
It was more than a flight.
Oh my God!
Are you kidding?
It was double the price of a
Anyone
flight.
does that?
Crazy.
If anyone's doing that like willingly, is insane.
I mean, no one is.
$150.
No one
Those could be $30.
Too. What?
The lady behind me was going to California to visit someone who just got out incarcerated.
She's on a bus?
That's a rider for real.
Does she know there's other ways?
I don't know.
Holy
She might-
shit.
She might be on a no-fly list.
She's probably from Lancaster. She can't fly.
Yeah, I knew it before it even happened.
All right, Bosco. Well,
I speak fluent Bosco.
good luck today. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm going to be interested in the stream to see what else they'll have you doing. But what time are you getting there?
At like 150. My ass is like completely numb.
Well, good thing is you can't sit down for the rest of the day after, so that's good.
Exactly. So I might put some mineral ice on it, so I'm like jumping around.
Yeah.
might
Put some
put some
icy hot on
minerals.
your
I might put it on
armpits.
the brush. Yeah, I might put it on the old brush.
Got ants in your pants the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Bosco. Well, you good luck,
Good luck, Rico.
and yeah, Merry Christmas. We'll see you.
All right, quick ranking of the top 3 things Rico said: the Brajol, the Jeff Nadeau no-fly list, and comparing his ride from Port Authority to Chicago to comparing himself to Jesus Christ.
That's number one.
I would say none of them. I would say my favorite was saying that what the priest smelled like.
Look, I'm not sure where the priest is
saying that
sitting.
the priest was potentially listening. That was great. Also, I did Healthy Debate with him yesterday. We interviewed this guy, like the guy who was sitting next to him. So funny. They need to like GIF it somehow. he was obviously asked like Travi before he left or something, like you have to like tell them they're gonna be on camera. So obviously we're literally live doing the show, and he's like, yeah, we want to be a part of this documentary I'm doing. And the guy's like, yeah, sure. He just puts it on. He's like, you're live. He goes, I'm live? And it's so funny. He just puts the camera on. He's like, oh.
Way different than documentary.
But he was cool, though. He's asking him questions. It was so funny. He's like, yeah, what would you... He didn't really know Barstool. He's just like, oh, like, the pizza guy. Like, yeah, whatever. He's like, oh, yeah. And like half knew, half didn't. It was so funny.
That's crazy.
He was a teacher just like commuting back from work.
Crazy that it's more expensive than a flight.
It was double, Smitty, for a one-way.
$250.
Robbie outside. Robbie said he looked up. It was a $125 for like a one-way to Chicago flight.
The best part is he had like a Twitter post talking about how some lady was like arguing on speakerphone, and he was pissed off about it, as if he didn't do like an entire live radio show from the bus 10 minutes prior.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. He doesn't live in that. Like his rules don't apply to himself.
Also, he was getting so mad at the callers. It was so funny.
I'm on a bus. Get the fuck off the phone. Phil, you like anything today?
See some
I
wild.
told you I was
adventures
Steve Taylor and Jack Mack.
I'm riding Jack
Mack.
Mack's pick.
All right.
I have a baseball pick for a kind of a mini future, if you
Well, I
will.
would say that's a week from now.
Well, no shit, Phil. Shut the
Well, I have to remind the people. Maybe some people think there's a 6 a.m. game tomorrow.
You done?
Sure.
Can I talk now?
Yes, you could talk.
All right, thank you, McPhil. Arizona Diamondbacks, last team to lose a regular season game. It's plus 1,200. Reason I like it, 4-game series against Colorado, who is terrible. So plus 1,200. I don't know. Last team, I think Diamondbacks are obviously pretty good too.
Shots fired, Kyle Freeland. No?
Yes, opening day started. Video coming out soon, by the way. It got delayed because the sponsor came in, so I have to wait. So sorry about that, but yes, keep going. Sorry.
That's all I had. I don't know what you're talking. Oh, you're talking about you're talking about your batting 100.
I got a better.
Yeah.
I got
You gotta explain though. You said Kyle Freeman, but you never explained beyond that. The video coming out.
I said Marty versus the Majors was fine.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I also have a
Which
better,
is great. I love Marty versus.
I also have
Mason.
a lot better last to lose pick with analysis that we'll get into during our baseball show, which I assume will be next week.
Yeah.
All right. Better than mine.
I think so.
All right. Mine, both. Mine's pretty good.
I didn't say yours wasn't.
Because you're a lot better. You make me feel bad.
I didn't mean to make you feel bad.
Stop being a pussy.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right. Well, that's a show. Today is Christmas. I love you all. I really do. I love you all. This is the day we all come together, and we're gonna win together.
Let's win all our bets.
Let's win together.
That's literally impossible.
Let's be
We're
legends.
against each other in some of them, but
Make sure that you have all your chores done by now. You have, and you need to have your whole weekend set.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have the whole weekend.
And if you have family that's being assholes and keep doing fucking
If you got a
planning,
vasectomy, congratulations.
smart men.
if you have a family that's not letting you watch March Madness, just ditch them.
Get a new
Talk to them
family.
again. Yeah, just get a new one.
all right,
I did that once.
that's and then you just went back to improv.
Just went to another improv.
She goes to watch sports though.
Run it back.
All right, that's the show. We'll see you guys tomorrow.